Hi there. My name is Jennifer Dixon with Thrive Yoga and Wellness, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about favorite creative sequence. I know as a beginner yoga teacher, sometimes it was kind of scary to come up with ways to combine these poses together. There's basically like an infinite amount of ways to do it. And so what ends up happening a lot of times is people overthink things, I feel like, and then they try to overcomplicate things as well. You don't have to do super hard poses to create a challenging physical practice for your students. So today I'm going to give you one of my sequences that are not super hard to do, but they're still physically challenging, and you'll see why, because you keep the muscles engaged over time with movement, which will help you to build strength and endurance, burns calories, as well as increasing flexibility, so your students will love it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started in downward facing dog. Looking towards your belly button, stretching it out here. Now we're going to raise that right foot up towards the ceiling, bend the right knee, reach the right heel towards your left shoulder. Trying to keep your shoulders square here, raising that right knee as high as you can. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale, straighten the right knee, bring the right knee to your right underarm. Shoot it back. Notice I said underarm, not elbow. Right knee to your nose, shoot it back. Right knee to your left underarm, shoot it back. Bend that right knee again, and then with a big swoop, bring that right foot forward, coming into your crescent lunge. The reason why I suggest bringing your right knee to your underarm instead of elbow is that when you say elbow, people will just barely bring it forward and come basically to their wrist. But when they know they're aiming for the underarm, they'll raise it up higher. From here, we're going to juice it up a bit. We're going to hover that left knee down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant the hands, standing splits, curtsy lunges for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing splits. Transition to a airplane pose or warrior 3. Hands to heart center is a little easier. Now we're coming into warrior 1. From warrior 1, we're going to open up warrior 2. Peaceful warrior, right hand back, bending into that right knee, and on the exhale, extended side angle. Notice none of these postures are difficult, but the fact that we're using the leg muscles for multiple breaths over several minutes is really going to build some strength. For one more. Inhaling back to peaceful. Exhale, windmill those hands down. Take your vinyasa. Let's do that on the other side. Raise that left foot up towards the sky. Bend that left knee. Reach that left heel towards your right shoulder. But try to keep your shoulders in line here. That's going to intensify the stretch along your obliques in the front body. When you're ready, next inhale, straighten that left leg. Bring that left knee to your underarm. Shoot it back to your nose. Shoot it back to your right underarm. Shoot it back. Bend that left knee, stretching it out, and then bring that left foot forward, crescent lunge. Now, if you can't get your knee to your underarm, that's fine too, but the goal is to raise it up higher than you originally think. That's going to build a lot of extra muscles there in the core. Let's hover those knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to your standing splits. We've got 5 of those curtsy lunges for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to standing splits. Hover the fingertips up off the mat. Soften the left knee ever so slightly. Coming through to your airplane pose or warrior 3. Hands at heart center is a little bit easier. And then plant that right foot at the back of the mat, warrior 1. So, open up, warrior 2. Notice, again, none of these postures are super difficult, but you're probably getting a little bit, your heart rate's raising, and that is because we're engaging these big muscles over a long period of time. Peaceful warrior, and when you're ready, extended side angle. Left elbow to the left thigh. Your gaze is towards the right fingertips if that's okay with your neck. Otherwise, you can look down. If you're really wanting to juice it up, bring the hand off of the thigh using your core to hold you up for one more. Inhale back to peaceful. Exhale, windmill those hands down. Coming to your high plank, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now here's something to keep in mind. Most people are not strong enough to do a full chaturanga. So pushing yourself forward, elbows in, coming down, pushing back up. But a really great way to build the strength is to keep your knees together, hold this plank, ground your knees to the mat, and they're sort of together. Hold your plank from your knees, and then work your chaturanga push-ups for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing back, coming into your child's pose. Usually at about that point, if you kept the heart rate up for that long, your clients are going to want a little bitty break. Now, the key is to pay attention to what your clients are doing. So if everybody's like dropping like flies, then obviously you're going to back off and provide more breaks. If people are kind of like antsy and you can feel it, juice it up by holding the poses longer, by adding some more lunges in there, or maybe some more dynamic movements. Do be careful with a whole bunch of dynamic movements, meaning moving that hand up and down, for instance, peaceful warrior, extended side angle, because a lot of times people want to do that extra movement, but their bellies aren't engaged, which means that they're using their back to do all the work, which can lead to an injury. I've seen it before. And so I prefer to move slower with more mindfulness than that really fast. Every movement has every breath has a different movement, because that is the surefire way that somebody's just trying to keep up and they're not paying attention to what their body's doing. I hope you had fun with that little sequence. It's not very long. You can build up to it. That can be kind of like your climax, or that can even be your warm-up depending on your client base. And I hope you had fun. I can't wait to see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.